Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. John Shambi on play-by-play. Chris Singleton providing the color. So the Los Angeles Dodgers looking like a team that could make some noise. It's a strong roster to start the year. Where do you think they stack up among the league's best?
Oh, Boog, they're definitely contenders, no doubt about it.
First pitch moments away, and today's starter, Chris Cutliff. And he comes in off a really nice season on the hill, Chris.
An ERA in the low two. Last year, so consistent, so dependable. Talk about a skipper who's got a guy like that that's going to go out there and not just keep them in the ball game, but really give them an opportunity to win a ball game, even if it's a low-scoring day for the offense. That's who he was last season, and if he's even close to that this year, I think they'll be really happy with his performance.
Steps on first for the out. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. And Singy, I'm a bit surprised to see this many righties in the lineup against a right-hander.
Yeah, you're not the only one, Boog. I'm a bit surprised as well. And, you know, some hitters work well against same-handed pitching. You know, just back in 2024, Bobby Witt Jr., Vlad Guerrero Jr., and Aaron Judge all had higher batting averages against righties than they did against lefties. So maybe they got a plan after all.
Reggie Tomlinson in the box now. No balls and a strike. Lined, and that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
He was all over that one. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
John Fedor steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Cutliff checks over to first, and he's back. And misses inside. Swings through that one for strike one.
I got one ball, one strike.
That's down and in.
We got two balls, one strike.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Everything came together for him. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
And now here is Martin Delgado. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Two on, one out. Gets the call. And the count 1-1.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
Swings through that.
One ball.
Runners at first and second with one gone here on opening day.
Two balls.
In the dirt. Tag safe. And a wild pitch, and both runners are in scoring position.
Well, that could end up being pretty costly right there. They had the double play set up as a way to get out of the inning, but instead it becomes a big strikeout situation with two in scoring position.
This one in the air. Bennett gets under it. Squeezes it. 2 down.
Man, it's so frustrating. You got a couple of runners on. You want to try to drive in at least one run. Maybe you get a little too big with the swing. Pops out right there, and I tell you what, nobody's more frustrated with that at bat than him.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Lorne Cantu. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
He's got a base open, so the pressure to come in and really attack this hitter, not as great as it would be if the bags were sacked.
Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Base hit. 1 run is in. A second scores as well, and they lead by 2.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. These days, most outfielders play pretty deep, and I'm not sure if that was a factor there or not, but off the bat, you're thinking it's going to be a pop-out, and it just kind of nestled into that spot where no one was able to get to it.
Willie Talley in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Just missed.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
That one missed. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boog. The last one wasn't even close.
Number 28.
So digging in, Francesco Santos. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. And that one is in for a strike.
Here's a player known for playing better in day games, which is not always the case. I mean, day games are different, Boog. Things change from game times to your daily routine. But he sure makes the transition look easy.
Squirts away a little bit. First inning and already up to 23 pitches. High in the air, out to right. Brandon pulls that one down, and that'll do it. And we're back. And on the hill in this one, Forrest Barrett. What do we have on him?
There's always a bit of a learning curve for rookie pitchers. You've got to get familiar with these big league hitters. And it's more of a chess match, but I think this kid's got good stuff and the potential to be great.
We go to the bottom of the first. And now the shortstop, Josh Baxter. Barrett, he gets a lot of swing and miss, and he keeps the ball in the yard. Not to mention the fact, not too many hits either. And the 0-1. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Even some of the best guys in the sport are going to give up home runs from time to time, and he's an exception.
Yeah, and even with those home runs, if you're throwing strikes and keeping base runners off the paths, then those home runs are solo shots. But to this point, he hasn't had to worry about it.
And that's the first strikeout of his major league career.
And it could be the first of many if he meets the goals he set for himself and the expectations others have for him. He doesn't want to just win games. He wants to dominate at this level.
Do you think young pitchers could sometimes get too caught up in trying to rack up Ks early in their career?
Boog, I think they can. It's kind of like a hitter that doesn't have power. The thrill is still hitting a ball over the fence. And so for a guy, even if he doesn't have power stuff or strikeout stuff, a strikeout is still something that makes him stick his chest out a little bit further.
And a swing and a miss. You look at what the elite guys do. They strike guys out, they limit walks, and they limit the ball going out of the park. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Random snags it on the run.
Yeah, all you want is a guy like that. Take the ball every fifth.
Here's a Cardinals lineup now. Trailing by a couple of runs
already,
and I'm sure they'd like to erase that deficit quickly.
Yeah, you don't want to let this deficit get into your head and you're trying to just make up the difference with one swing and you really don't have the base runners on. You've got to contribute, keep the line.
It's in and out of his glove. Gets off a throw. Misplay doesn't cost him. Inning over. Top of the second, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Julio Pena.
Right fielder, number 18.
Cutliff back to work. Ball one there. And that drops in for a strike.
James Kingsley working the plate. Kingsley's pretty well respected around the league.
Yeah, when you talk to players, I think consistently he is one of the guys you hear compliments about. Players appreciate the job he does back there.
Yeah, that's kind of all you can ask for, really, just a fair chance to go out and have success.
Got him swinging.
Well, one of the things that hitters will do is they'll look for that red dot on the baseball as it's coming in to let them know what the pitch is. And if they see the red dot, it's typically a slider. But when a guy's got a really tight one with high spin rates, very difficult to determine. And that's probably why we saw a swing and miss right there. Just a nasty pitch.
One down, base is empty. That's outside, and it's 1-1. Right through there for a strike. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Now here is Warren Joyce. That's off the mark. Ball one. The shortstop takes the ball. That one misses. And now 3-0. 2 out, space is empty. And there's the strike. And that one clips the corner.
Count is 3-2.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the second. Dodgers go down quietly. They're up 2-0. Back in St. Louis as the Cardinals come up to hit here in the last of the second. And now we'll see one of the top prospects in baseball step in the box for his major league debut, Glenn Chone. Next offering is in for a strike. Got him looking, and he did not like the call.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
At the plate, Josh Bennett. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Long run, nice grab. And there's 2 down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Felipe Perez stands in now and watches strike one. And now the count is even. Base knock right field. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Reggie Bowser next up for the Cardinals.
Hitter, number 7.
Not even close there. 1-0. And there's a foul ball. That's down and in. A slider missed.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
2-2 the count.
Perez off of first with 2 away. Swings and misses. That K is his 3rd of the game. So 1 left for the Cardinals, and they're down 2-0. All set for the start of the inning. Now the number 2 hitter, Reggie Tomlinson. Tomlinson getting the start at second, 25 years old, and he's a native of Jamaica. And a fastball misses outside for a ball, and that's ball 1. And another ball.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
That one's in there. 2-1 now. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along.
Now batting,
So up next,
number 9.
John Fedor. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Two-seam fastball has been very consistent. He's been able to throw it to both sides of the plate and some really good arm side run.
On the ground to the left. Jump throw. Nicely done for the out.
Now batting, number 26.
My goodness, Chris. He had to generate a ton of power in that jump throw for the out. Let's take another look and dive into the numbers from StatCast.
Man, that's an impressive throw right there. In the air, all the way from third base. You've got to have a powerful arm to play third base, but he just showed he's got more than enough. He's got to can it.
2 down, bases empty. Martin Delgado steps to the plate for the Dodgers. On the ground, right side. Throws to first in time. And the Dodgers are set down in order. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Cardinals nothing. As we go to the last of the 3rd. And
right
stepping
fielder,
in for the Cardinals, Joe Random. Late with the swing there.
0-1.
Swing and a miss.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
The lefty fires.
That's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Just missing
That's
there.
inside.
It's 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fly ball center field. Santos on the move. He's got it. And there's 1 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Pena in position. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, number 21.
Back to the top of the lineup, and stepping in is the speedy Josh Baxter. 0 for 1 so far. Just missed. a foul ball. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
One ball.
Wow, no
Two
fair
strikes.
right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Pena brings it in for the third out. So they make short work of him there. On to inning number 4. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Cardinals nothing. As we go to the top of the 4th, and now the DH, Lorne Cantu.
Number 5.
Swing and a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Willie Talley steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Walked his first time. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way. And I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
And there's a ball.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Fought off foul. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Cantu on at first, nobody out. That one the other way. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Down in the count, battling to stay alive, and just a nice job to put it in play. Didn't exactly barrel the baseball there, but he stayed on it, and he stayed through it well enough to punch it the other way for the base hit.
And now Francesco Santos. Fouled off. He was late. And it's even up.
Ball 1.
In the air, left field, down the line, and there's one away.
Now batting, number 18.
Now it's the right fielder, Julio Pena. Struck out swinging his first time. Just
Nope. Ball
missed.
1.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
That breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to. Have a nice tight spin to it. And a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
Runners at first and second with one gone here on opening day. And a swing and a miss. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. And here's the first baseman, Joe Brandon. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat. Drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
Ground ball to the right side. The flip to the pitcher covering. That ends the frame. Dodgers strand a couple, but they hold the 2-0 lead. Ready to go. Bottom 4. Now up for St. Louis. Edgar Gomes.
First baseman.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat.
27.
Getting that first hit at the big league level.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Ball, 2 strikes.
Line drive. Pena hauls it in, and there's one away. And now the Cardinals catcher, Brian Rodriguez, rolled out to second in his first at bat. In there, and it's 0-1.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Next offering is in for a strike. 1 out, base is empty. That one missing inside. And a foul ball, he stays alive. 1 down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
41.
Here's the left fielder, Glenn Chone. Went down on strikes his first time through. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Out to short, and it finds its way through for a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Glenn Chone with his first
40.
major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen, and when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you worked to get here.
Josh Bennett next up for the Cardinals. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. On the ground, and he can't come up with it. And they put the tag on him. That's the 3rd out, inning over. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We're headed. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Cutliff back to work. The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Chone makes the play, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, number 29.
Reggie Tomlinson steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. There's a swing and a drive. And that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And he'll reach second with 1 away.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
1 out, runner at second. Fedor getting ready to hit, 1 for 2. Foul ball there. Tomlinson, the runner at second with 1 away. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton. Action in the St. Louis bullpen. Joe Brandon appears to be getting loose. Brandon also getting ready. That one the other way. Makes the catch for the 2nd out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Delgado,
Ball,
the
that's
next
out.
to hit, takes outside. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike
I
one.
got a ball, one strike.
The 1-1. And that's
Ball two.
downstairs and outside. Swing and a miss and a slider.
Yep.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So one hit is all they get. Last half of the fifth coming up. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Cardinals nothing. And welcome back to the
Leading off for
ballpark.
the
We head to the
Cardinals.
bottom of the fifth.
Second
Now it's the
baseman,
second baseman,
number
Felipe
26.
Perez. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
You know, these Cardinals just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone
Ball one.
all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
And that one fouled off. And that one is lifted in the air. Santos should have this one. Nabs it. One away. So now the DH
Now
spot.
batting,
Reggie
number
Bowser.
7.
He struck out swinging at his first at bat. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Next offering is fouled back. The Cards down by a pair. Last half of inning number 5. And that misses. Yeah, the count 1-2.
Great take right there. Showed some really good discipline. Breaking ball coming in, you see it well, but don't trust that it's going to hang on for a strike. Nice job.
Just misses with that one.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
That one is absolutely belted. And that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And that's a double.
Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer. And he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Joe Brandon next up for the Cardinals. Fly to center his first time. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-0. Runner at second here, one gone. That's in there. And now it's even 1-1. And fouled off. And now 2-2. Got him. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Now
And up
batting,
next for St. Louis,
number
Joe
37.
Brandon. Flied to right his first time. He was late there, strike one.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
And a swing and a miss there.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere.
Oh, that got him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
Now batting,
So the lineup
number
flips
21.
over. And here's the St. Louis leadoff man, Josh. Baxter. 0 for 2 in this one. And it's fouled off.
That's a ball.
Bowser at second. Random on at first with 2 down. This one pulled down the line. It's hammered. This one hooking. It's got a chance. Foul.
No, good solid contact right there. Just a bit out in front of that fastball. Got to try to stay on that backside.
Oh, he botches it, but goes to second with it, and they get the out. Stay with the play, and that'll end the inning. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Cardinals nothing.
Now pitching.
We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Joe Brandom.
Just trying to.
Ball 4, take the base. You're out. 3.
Back here in St. Louis, bottom of the 6th inning, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Edgar Gomes. That's in there. That's strike 1.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
Next offering upstairs.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that's in the dirt.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That one misses. 3-1.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
Right through there for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
This one in the air, right field. Pena. 1 down.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swing and a chopper out to short. Tosses across to first, and they got him.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. Pena settles under it and makes the catch. And that.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new.
Ball 4, take your base. 3.
And here is Martin Delgado. 0 for 3 in this one. Pitch misses there, and that is ball 1. Joyce, the lead runner, out at second. Fedor over at first with 1 away. On the corner for a strike, and the count 1-1. Hammered, could be extra bases. Headed for the plate. 1 runs in. Runner holds at third, so just 1 across on the play.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride low out of the way.
Cardinal.
Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection.
Third baseman, number 40.
Check swing, and he went. Strike 1.
Seems like the hitters are struggling with their timing today. Kind of caught in between that sharp fastball and the nasty slider. I'd like to see him settle on a consistent pitch.
Pena makes the play. 1 up, 1 down. Digging in, Felipe Perez.
Number 26.
And first offering is fouled off.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
That one finds the zone, and that's strike two.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Throws to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, number 7.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the Cardinal DH, Reggie Bowser. Just off the outside edge. And another ball. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Dan Saito preparing to come on if needed. Montanez warming up as well. Two outs. On the ground to third. In plenty of time to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing there. New inning getting started.
That's ball 4. You're out.
Back here in St. Louis, and now the right fielder, Joe Brandon. Barrett back to work. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Barrett still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one, and at this point he wants to finish what he started.
And he makes the catch. And there's one down. And the Dodgers will go to the bullpen. Forrest Barrett departs. Great effort out of him as he exits in line for the win. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we get back.
Now pitching for Los
Dan
Angeles.
Saito on a pitch out of the
Number
pen here.
22.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Now up for St. Louis, Joe Brandon. He's 0 for 1. Up and in, ball 1. And that's outside. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Ground ball, left side. Tosses to first, and 2 away now.
Now batting,
Josh Baxter
number
will hit
21.
next. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. The shortstop takes the ball. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. And he swings through that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that one ripped to left. Makes the catch. And that's the 3rd out. And down in order go the Cardinals. It's 5. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Howard Hagan.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Ground ball right side. He takes it on his own. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th. And the batter now, Lorne Cantu. That's in there, and that's strike one.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
0-2.
One down, base is empty. Got him swinging. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s
Now
fastball, and I'm not
number
sure he was trying to
23.
challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Tally stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. And a foul ball.
He's bagging. Give me that pitch one more time. A hanging changeup just out in front.
That misses off the outside edge. Swing and a ground ball. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Throw sails over his head at first. Doesn't get too far away, so no one moves up.
Now batting, number 28.
Runner at first with 2 away. Francesco Santos, the next to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Out to center. Random under it. And that is that. No runs, no base hits. So bottom of the ninth, and now the first baseman, Edgar Gomes. That misses. 1-0. Saito measures 6 feet 2 inches, only 20 years old, and he was born in Japan. Hammered down the right side, but foul. And he boots it. Still manages a throw. Save. It was never going to be easy after the misplay. Man at first, Brian Rodriguez. Next up for the Cardinals. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Brian Rodriguez with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
First and second, no outs. Chone now at the plate, 1 for 3.
That's a ball.
In the dirt, but kept close.
Ball 1, no strike.
Gomes over at second. Rodriguez on at first with nobody out. Missed inside with the curve.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
And that one just missed off the outside edge.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
Next offering is in for a strike. And that'll load the bases. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot.
40.
Dan Saito is done, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Pitching for Los
Ruben
Angeles.
Gaudio comes on trying to
Number
close it out.
37.
A chance at his first save of the year. So digging in, Josh Bennett. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
0-1.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
And now it's even up. Bases loaded, nobody out here in the last half of inning number 9. That one ripped. Drops into the glove. Runners tagging from second and third. He'll score on the sac fly. It's 5-1.
Well, he hit that one pretty well. I think it would have been a lot more than a sac fly if not for that nice play by the outfielder to track it down. Good job of getting the run in.
And up next for St. Louis, Felipe Perez.
Get on base here and keep building off this momentum. They're getting closer, but they still got some work to do.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Runners at the corners, 1 away. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. This one high in the air to left center. Santos sizes this one up, brings it in. Runner tags from third. He's in on the sacrifice fly. It's 5-2.
In that situation, you're looking to get something up in the zone that you can put in the air. Worst case scenario, a sacrifice fly to drive in that runner from third.
Bowser stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Climb the ladder with that fastball, and it's 1-1. The Redbirds down to their final strike. That one missed. And that's outside.
Pressure mountain right here with the tying run in the on-deck circle. He's got to find the strike zone.
And that's too high, ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boo. That keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
And the batter now, Joe Brandon. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Late swing fouled off.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Tying run at the plate. That one's upstairs, ball 1. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. 2 on, 2 outs. Lifted to left, and this should do it. He'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers take the season opener and move to 1-0. Barrett with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case as he
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Chicago White Sox and the Arizona Diamondbacks. John Sciambi alongside Chris Singleton. So the Chicago White Sox find themselves as underdogs as the curtain rises on the season. Singy, what do you say in the clubhouse when a lot of folks are writing you off before the first pitch is even? Here's the shortstop up at the play, Hank Young. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Random sizing this one up, makes the catch for the out, and there's one down. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out. A lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
The pitch. And now 1-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, that's a pitch, that slider from an opposite-handed pitcher that you usually see very well, but for some reason he didn't pick it up, and it just kind of got into the strike zone late. Gave up on it a little bit early.
Warning track, wall, and you can touch them all, baseball man. You want to talk about kicking off your major league career with a bang. His first big league hit leaves the yard. He'll remember this trip around the bases for the rest of his life. Wow.
He ought to. Usually guys are squeezing the bat so tight, trying to get that first hit out of the way. They can't get the ball out of the infield, Boog, but not him. Maybe a glimpse of what's to come from him in the next few years. Good job. When you're lacking velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, change speeds, even try to trick the hitter at times. But when you give up a home run right there, manager doesn't have a lot of patience because the velocity's not there to overcome and get the swing and miss.
So 2 away with nobody on. Now here is Ramon Madrid. Right through there for a strike. Two down, base is empty, but 1 run across here on opening day. Ball 1 there. And that is out of play. 1-2 now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Out number 3. The White Sox with the homer to get things going. It's now 1-0. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here with my pal Singy, and on the hill in this one, A.J. Head. And Singy, a special day for him. He's making his major league debut here.
And I'm sure he's got some nerves. He'll be excited for that first pitch to be in and over with so that he can settle in to pitching just like he did in the minor leagues. Exciting moment. He's got his family in town. I think this moment's going to be a huge tone setter for his career.
Next offering is in for a strike. Head, a big part of the storyline for us today. He's making his debut and hoping to carve out a valuable role in the mound of this ball club.
At this point, it doesn't matter if you're a first rounder or an undrafted free agent. All that matters once you reach this level is producing. Can you help your team get better? It's a big question. That said, you don't want to put too much pressure on your debut. I hope he's taking time to enjoy this experience today.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And that's the first strikeout of his major league career.
And it could be the first of many if he meets the goals he set for himself and the expectations others have for him. He doesn't want to just win games. He wants to dominate at this level.
Do you think young pitchers could sometimes get too caught up in trying to rack up Ks early in their career?
Boog, I think they can. It's kind of like a hitter that doesn't have power. The thrill is still hitting a ball over the fence. And so for a guy, even if he doesn't have power stuff or strikeout stuff, a strikeout is still something that makes him stick his chest out a little bit further.
That misses the zone. And the count even 1-1.
Ball 2.
That clips the corner. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Tom Hines, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Swing and a foul out of play.
First 2 hitters get punched out on strikes. Take some notes from the dugout. When you get your chance, go up there and hit the ball hard somewhere.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fall.
Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. So 1, 2, 3 go to Diamondbacks. They trail here 1-0. Back here in the desert, top of the second. Now it's going to be Adrian Cervantes looking for his first big league hit right here. Just off the inside edge.
Yeah.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, he had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Reaching for it. Makes the catch.
Batting 6, left fielder, number 32.
Now the left fielder, Julian Mercado, trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. And it's fouled away. 1 out, base is empty. Late swing, foul to the left. Gets a piece and stays alive. 1 down, base is empty. That misses. 1-2 to count.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And the 1-2 misses to even the count. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Next offering upstairs.
I think he wanted that call on the upper part of the zone, but just didn't get it. Now he's just trying to get a better feel for how much it missed so he can adjust his sights just a little bit.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Hines makes the grab for the second out.
Batting 7th, third baseman, number 1.
Now the third baseman, Joe Brandom. Late on that fastball.
In the on-deck
0-1.
circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
2 down, nobody on. And that skips in the dirt.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Next pitch, not close, up high. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Nothing doing for the White Sox. They lead it 1-0. Back here at Chase Field, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the rookie first baseman, Ernesto Lopes. Head back to work. And a strike in there.
Had some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far, moving the ball around nicely.
And that's in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Next offering misses. Now 1-2. And that's in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up to 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
So next is the designated hitter for the D-backs, Joe Brandom. Hit in the air, right field. Cervantes puts it away for the out. And a couple of quick outs.
Batting 6, left
Joe
fielder.
Brandom digs in now. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs, base is empty. And it's 1-1.
1 strike.
And a breaking ball misses outside.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
That one misses. 3 balls and a strike.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
3-2.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. And he walked him, and that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
What a battle.
Batting
it's not
7,
always easy laying off a
catcher,
3-2
number 21.
pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Here's the catcher to hit, Joe Brandom. Inside, and that's ball 1. Fouled off down the right side. Tying run is at first. You're in game 1 of this 3-game set. That one's in there, and the count 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. Head on down to the top of the 3rd. It's the White Sox 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing. And we're back.
Leading
Here's
off
the
for
catcher,
White
Joe
Sox.
Brandom.
Catcher, number 30.
Brandom in his 3rd season Only 20 years old. Usually a first baseman. Today starting behind the plate. Pitch misses, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, Boog, and I think that's a tougher transition to make, going from first base to putting on the catcher's gear, being behind the dish. A lot of times you see guys go from playing catcher to being a DH or a first baseman.
That clips the zone, and the count 1-2.
2 strikes.
That one just misses.
Really good two-strike pitch right there. Surprised he was able to spit on that thing.
In the air, left field. Random ranging back. And out number 1 on the grab.
Batting ninth, center fielder, number 31.
Here's the center fielder, Joe Random. That one's in there. That's strike 1.
0-1.
And ball 1.
Inside.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. It gets down, a base hit. So that will bring up the top of the order with 1 away.
Now batting, number 5.
Back to the top of the White Sox lineup. Now it's the shortstop, Hank Young. Fly to left his first time. There's a swing and a drive. And it one-hops the wall. And that's a double.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
And next to hit for the Sox, Gregorio Lopez. Golden opportunity right here. And delivers outside. Second and third, 1 away here on opening day. Just off the outside edge, and the count is 2-0. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Base hit, 1 run in already. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play, and they lead by 3.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff with base hit.
Now a chance for Alex Cooper. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add to their lead. It's 5-zip.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. Get as many high fives as possible, man. This guy's a ball of energy right now and having the game of his life.
So up next for Chicago, Ramon Madrid. Fastball for a strike.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out. Get as much as you can. Give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
That one drilled left field. Makes the grab. 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind
Now
yourself
batting,
it's
number
about the
22.
process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat. And there's one thing on his mind this at-bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
There's a strike. 4 runs already in the frame. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Off the mark there, and the count is 1-1.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Next pitch misses, and it's 2-1. Swung on, belted. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double.
Now
Adrian
batting, number
Cervantes with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen, and when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
Now the Diamondbacks manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Alberto Zambrano gives way, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching.
So
for
out of the pen for the
Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks, Andreas
Number
Guevara.
11.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
And up next for Chicago, Julian Mercado. Popped out and fouled ground first time through. That one's in there, 0-1. Oh, that fastball drilled him. First and second,
Number
2
1.
outs. Random will hit next. Just missed. Action in the pen down there. Juan Caballero up and loosening in the pen. And a swing and a miss.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
That one down the line, and foul ball. Headed towards the corner. Fair ball. 1 run across. Mercado around third. He'll score. 2 runs are in, and they're pulling away up by 7 now.
He went up there and got it with 2 strikes. I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there coming back in that at bat.
Joe Brandom the next to hit, and that one is downstairs, and that's ball 1. Man on second, 2 down. That misses the zone. 2-1.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at bat, that fastball was down enough where
in the air, left field, down the line, and that'll fall for a base hit. They extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's an RBI single, and it's an 8-run lead.
Well done. Drives in the run. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Stepping in, Joe Brandom. Fastball for a strike. Fastball in for a strike, and the count is 0-2.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Swing and a miss at the splitter, and it's a strikeout. But they score 7 times to blow this thing open. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. White Sox 8 and the Diamondbacks. And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. And now Joe Brandon.
Number 18.
First pitch swinging, and it's a knock. And the leadoff man aboard.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
And now Joe Brandon in there for a strike at the top of the zone. On the ground to second, might be 2. There's 1. Now to first, and it's a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from
Now
start to finish.
Number 9.
So the batting order turns over, and now the shortstop, Mark Cologne. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And that one upstairs, ball 1. And that one hit 97 on the gun.
1-1.
This one popped up. Hooper on his way over and makes the grab. And that'll do it. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. 3 innings complete. White Sox 8 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Back here in the desert, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Hank Young. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
On the ground to third. Whips it to first. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
Now batting,
Gregorio
number 34.
Lopez steps to the plate for the White Sox. Right through there for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And look out. That one gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one. And next to him for the Sox,
number
Alex
39.
Cooper. That pitch gets the inside corner. That's strike 1. Man at first, 1 away. And that one misses up and in.
1-1.
And now it's even 1-1.
Runner.
Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. Oh, right to the backstop. And now a man into scoring position. Man at second. Fouls one off. 2-2. And down on strikes he goes. That's the second out.
Now
Ramon Madrid steps to the plate for the White Sox. 0 for 2 in this one. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
They just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Next pitch is outside. Two outs. And that's in for a strike. And right back to the mound. And that is the inning. The White Sox leave one as the lead holds at 8-0. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
Singy, did anybody ever give you the silent treatment?
I don't remember that they did. I think they were pretty cool with me in terms of celebrating my rookie year. First home run came in Anaheim against the Angels, and I always love to watch now, though, especially when that player is unsuspecting. You know, some guys, they've been around long enough to know there's a good chance I'm going to get the silent treatment. But when that player's maybe been grinding it out for a little while and finally gets that home run, is expecting the big lift coming into the dugout, and they just stonewall him, it's awesome.
And he grounds one to the right side. Takes it himself. Already 2 gone here in the home fourth. 2 down, base is empty. Ernesto Lopes stands in now for the Diamondbacks. First pitch misses. Every once in a while, they'll work that same trick on a veteran player. If, say, he's been cold or hasn't hit a home run in a long time. And that's always fun when you don't see it coming at all, and everybody in the dugout goes crickets on him.
Yeah, and that veteran player's usually got a response for those individuals with one or the other hands.
That was your worst start one year. Didn't you start like 3 for 33 or something?
Oh, it was awesome. It was, I mean, it was awful. Not awesome.
Oh, this pitch rides in too far. That got him.
Now batting.
And next is the designated hitter, Joe Brandom. Flied to right his first time. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Hit on the ground to short. Young zips it across, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. We go to the top of the fifth, and here is Adrian Cervantes. Guevara back to work. Just missed.
You know, these White Sox, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Ground ball right side, and that chance handled. Sends it to first, and a quick out, number 1.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Mercado in the box again, takes a strike. The White Sox up big in this one here on opening day. Next pitch misses inside. And that is ball 1.
Hey, 2.
Got him looking. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's
Now
going to
batting,
sit on
number
him for a
1.
little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Random
Nope.
in now.
Outside.
Takes ball 1 off the plate. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
That one a little bit high. And now 3-0.
3-0.
Fastball for a strike. Swing and a miss.
Benning really sells the changeup with that arm action.
He goes down looking. 1-2-3 go the White Sox as it remains an 8-0 game. Back here at Chase Field, here's the left fielder, Joe Brandom.
Left fielder, number 10.
That misses. Ball 1.
Well, these Diamondbacks, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. Sometimes it's a good thing, but today they're continuing to fall behind in the count, and that's adding a ton of pressure to their offense.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And down on strikes. Make it 7 strikeouts for him.
Well, that's always the key to
Now
effective
batting,
pitching is
number
getting ahead in
21.
the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Cervantes hauls it in, and
Now
there's 2
batting,
away.
number 18.
2 out, space is empty. Joe Brandom stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And that
Off
one
the plate, ball
just
1.
misses. A ball and no strikes. Swing and a foul straight back. The Diamondbacks with a lot of ground to make up. Last half of inning number 5. On its way to the corner. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball.
Now, this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. Diamondbacks down quickly. Still 8-0. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. In the air, foul off first. And there's 1 down. So up next, Joe Brandom, 1 for 2. Fastball for a strike. The Diamondbacks with some movement in the pen. Joe Brandom, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Rucker getting cranked up as well. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. And that turns the lineup over. Hank Young steps to the plate for the White Sox. The shortstop takes the ball. Young, 30 years old now. He joined the team as a free agent. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
In the air, right field, random, under it, and it's caught for the out.
Now batting, number 34.
So digging in, Gregorio Lopez. Pitch misses, and that's ball one. Right through there for a strike. Random, the runner at first with two gone. The 1-1 is fouled off. Two outs. That's to third. Hines. They take the force out, and the inning is over. And we're back. And now it's going to be Joe Brandom. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. And takes low for ball one. Slice down the right side.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And he hits a ground ball right side. One up, one down.
Now batting, number 9.
So back to the top of the Arizona lineup. Next up for the Diamondbacks, Mark Colon. And first offering is fouled off.
Hey, 2. 0-2.
And there's a ball.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just to waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
This to third, Brandom. Slings it across. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, number 22.
Here's the second baseman, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch, and he just misses.
Now, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
The throw into second, and he'll make it to second base with 2 gone. Man in scoring position with 2 away. Now up next for Arizona, Tom Hines. That's off the inside corner, and it's 1-0. Runner at second, 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. And that's
Inside,
off
ball
the
two.
inside edge. 2-0. In there at the knees for a strike. Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul. Right side, Lopez slings to first. That's the inning.
Leading off for
So
the
up
White
next,
Sox,
Alex
first baseman,
Cooper.
number
He's got a couple
99.
homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those two he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish.
Yeah, that's in for a strike. 0-1. And that one fouled off. That's down and in. Next one misses, and it's 2-2. And that's a little high.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Goes down looking. Ramon Madrid steps to the
Now
plate for the
batting,
White
number
Sox.
24.
0 for 3 in this one. In for a strike, and it's 0-1. That one's upstairs, ball 1. The White Sox up big in this one here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering is down low. He swings and fouls one off. 2-2 now. He gets there with the slide, gathers and throws, and that's a great play for the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
Two down, base is empty. Adrian Cervantes steps to the plate for the White Sox. Tap to first. Lopes. And they put the tag on him for the out. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game
for
summary.
the Diamondbacks, first baseman, number 23.
First offering, and it just misses.
This lineup is having a tough time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And now 2-0. Right through there for a strike.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
That one missed. Left field, Mercado. He makes the grab. One away. Okay, Singy, I think we can say it's been a successful Major League debut for him on the mound. He's giving this organization and its fans some reasons to be excited about what he can do at this level.
I think so too, Boog. It's always such a good feeling to see someone attack a new challenge and do well at it. And that's what we're witnessing today. It's a brand new environment, and he's finding a way to succeed. He'll be humbled sooner or later, so that's going to come. But I've really liked what I've seen from him in this one. I think he belongs here.
Next pitch way upstairs. Base is empty, one away. Here in the bottom of the seventh. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Now batting, number 10.
Now the left fielder, Joe Brandom. He is struck out and he is walked. That's inside. The other way.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Next to hit, Joe Brandom. First pitch just misses.
Counts 1-0.
Random off of first with 2 away. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He circles the bases. His first homer of the year. It's 8-2.
Oh, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like he was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
Now at the plate, Joe Brandom. 2 down, nobody on.
Ball.
First sign of movement in the White Sox bullpen. Alexis Rosas appears to be getting ready. And I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. Hammer also throwing. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now 8-2. You're watching Major League Baseball on. Ready to begin the 8th. And now here is Julian Mercado. And a curve misses outside. And that's downstairs and outside.
2-0.
Next offering is downstairs. Strike 1. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
So a man at first. Here's the third baseman, Joe Brandom. And downstairs. Runner at first with no outs here. Outside low, 2-1. And that one clips the corner.
2-2, down.
And down on strikes he goes. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Well, he's going to have
Now
some
batting,
thinking to do
number
when he leaves the
30.
ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Here's the catcher to hit, Joe Brandom. Right through there for a strike. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Don't play situation
No ball,
here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
That one ripped left field. Hops over the
that ball
wall,
bounced
and that's an
over.
automatic double.
2 base.
Now batting, number 31.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Andreas Guevara done for the afternoon, and he's on the hook for the runners at 2nd and 3rd, so looking for some help there. Back in a minute.
Now pitching
They
for
hand the
the
ball over to a
Diamondbacks.
new arm, Joe
Number
Brandom.
5.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Now, Joe Brandom. And there's a foul ball. 2nd and 3rd here. 1 away. Out in front and foul to the left side. Got him looking. 2 gone now.
Fastball inside just freezes the hitter. I don't think he was ready to pull the trigger. A lot of times hitters are looking away, and that one locked him up.
Young in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. 1 run is in. Coming home. He'll score. 2 runs are in, and it's a 2-run single. So 1st and 2nd with 2 outs. Alex Cooper steps to the plate for the White Sox. And first pitch fastball is in for a
0-1's the
strike.
count.
And that one is inside ball 1. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. So 2 runs in the inning.
Pitching for
Back
Chicago.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we
Number
roll into the bottom of
36.
the 8th. Alexis Rosas on for his major league debut. So we'll see if he's ready for the big stage.
He just has to remember this is the same game that he's played all the way through the minor leagues to this point. The only difference, there are just more people in the stands and it's a bigger stadium, but the game itself is still the same. Look at the catcher, whatever fingers he puts down, that's what you throw, and just let him lead you in this one.
Back to the top of the order now. Now here is Mark Cologne. Foul ball.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Way out front for strike 2. Activity in the pen for the White Sox. Francesco Herman up and throwing. Random aboard here at first with nobody out. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And now 1 away.
Now batting.
Now the number
22.
2 hitter. 1 for 3. Down the middle for a strike. 0-1.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
In the dirt, blocked. The D-backs with a lot of ground to make up here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Fouled off left side. That's a base hit. And now 2 aboard. Next to hit for Arizona, Tom Hines. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. And first offering is fouled off. To first, might be 2. 1 at second. Back to first, double play. Nice job getting over, and that ends the inning. This one pretty well decided at this point. 9th inning coming up. It's the White Sox 10 and the Diamondbacks 2. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the 9th. Here's the Now here's the clean up hitter for Arizona, Ernesto Lopes.
First baseman.
Rosas back to work. Fastball for a strike. Rosas in his rookie season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. Swings and misses. That's strike 2. That's to third. In the dirt. Nice pick.
Good stretch there to make the play. It looks like someone added
Now
a little
batting.
yoga to their daily routine, if you ask me.
And next is the Diamondbacks DH, Joe Random. Foul ball there. Fought off foul. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And they're down to their last out.
Gosh, here it is, hit it.
Now
3-pitch
batting,
strikeout,
number 10.
all fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
Tap foul at the plate. That one off the mark. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Outside corner, there's a strike.
One ball, two strikes.
One strike away. Soft contact in the air, and that's just foul.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Good eye in that spot.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Liner, base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Now the D-backs catcher, Joe
21.
Random. He's already homered here in this one. Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-1. Fastball is outside. On the ground right side. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. First and second, two down. Joe Random stands in now for the Diamondbacks. First pitch, not close. Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play. Two outs. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game. Head with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case, as he should. A start he won't ever forget.
11-2 the final tally for Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show. Thanks for stopping by. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the Colorado Rockies. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. So the Philadelphia Phillies were not in the postseason last year, but they've made some key additions, and they're among the league favorites now. There's a real hunger around this team, Chris, and with the fan base, they really think they've got a shot to make some noise this year.
They do, Boog, and I don't think that's unrealistic.
So, almost ready to get underway, and our starting pitcher here today,
Leading off for
Todd Chick.
Philadelphia.
Singy, he's a guy that can rack up a lot of strikeouts.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers.
Base is empty with 2 away. Here's the left fielder, Jermaine Stokes. And a foul ball.
Here's a batter who, for whatever reasons, plays better on the road, and that should help him here today.
Ball one there. Fastball for a strike.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And a swing and a miss. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Down quickly go the Phillies. And now the Rockies will go on offense for the first time. There's no score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Coors Field. Our starter in this one, Patrick Getz.
Well, there are going to be a lot of balls in play.
And now we'll see one of the top prospects in baseball step in the box for her major league debut. Rob Whaley looking for his first big league hit right here. And that drops in for a strike. Yeah, that's fouled off. Random leads off first with 1 away. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And now we'll see one of the top prospects in baseball step in the box for his major league debut. Reed Hoffman. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
0-1.
The pitch. That one fouled off. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here on opening day. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. The Rockies strand 1. We played an inning. No score.
You're out.
Man at first with 1 gone. And now for the Phillies, Bobby Magruder. That's a little bit low.
Ball one, no strikes.
Line drive, caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely.
Ball, take your base.
Back to the top of the lineup and digging in for Philadelphia, Roger Espinoza.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Big at bat right here with an opportunity to do damage. But on the flip side, ground ball, double play, strikeout, that could get the inning back under control on the mound.
And that misses. And it's 1-1.
Well, that's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Coming home. Now he launches a throw over his head. So he gets 2 milestones with that hit, his first big league knock, and he drives in his first run as well.
Yeah, you love to get both of those out of the way with just one swing of the bat, and it makes the special moment even more special. It's not just an individual accomplishment when you're also driving in a run for your team. That's an at bat he's never going to forget.
A runner at third, 2 outs. Stokes getting ready to hit. And that's in there for strike 1. 2 outs and a runner at third here on opening day. Pulls that one foul. That's way outside. And a count 1-2. In the air, left field, down the line. And a foul ball. Random on third with 2 out. Swings through it for the K. On to first, and it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning. 1 run. Bottom of the inning. Runners at the corners here, 1 away. Whaley digs in now. Struck out swinging his first time. Just missed.
Way to lay off that pitch down. Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, this is where the team aspect really comes into play on the offensive side of the game, right? I mean, missed opportunity to tie it up with the runner at third, 1 out, couldn't put the ball in play. So now it's time to pick him up, and that's where good teams, they go to. They operate on this level of next man up. That mentality is what causes them to win series, get into the postseason. And that helps keep the energy and morale high in the dugout.
2 on, 2 outs. There's the strike. And that's way high. And it's 2-1.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike. And
that one fouled off. Pitch gets away. But no advance from the runners. And they're all loaded up.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
So bases. Three. Bobby Magruder, the next to hit. He's 0 for 1. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Next offering upstairs.
Ball 3.
There's a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. His first homer of the year, and they tack one on the board. It's 2-0.
There was a fastball down the middle. I don't think the hitter recognized the pitch, but once he did, was quick enough to get it in play with some authority. He got that up and out of here.
And now the center fielder, Roger Espinoza. Fastball for a strike at 95. And a foul ball. Random gets his lead at first with nobody out. To third. And it stays fair. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Now batting.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Todd Chick will depart. Just never found his groove. Wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on. Back in a moment.
Now pitching.
Luis Ramirez gets the call from the pen.
Number 34.
On for his major league debut, and a moment he will never forget.
Better believe that. It's always so special the first time you get into a big league ball game. I did it as a position player, but for him as a pitcher, I'm sure there's some nerves there. Probably don't want to squeeze the baseball too tight. Just relax and do what you're capable of doing.
Fouled off. He was late.
One ball.
Little trouble with this one behind the plate. First and second, no outs here on opening day. Fights it off. He'll see another. And the next pitch is way outside. And that's outside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
And that'll load the bases.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Stokes getting ready to hit. That one finds the zone, and that's strike one.
Well, this is a tough situation with the bases loaded, but the healthiest mindset is just try to get outs, one hitter at a time.
Hit on the ground to the right side, and it goes just foul.
One ball.
In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Blankenhorn climbs in on that left side. That one is upstairs.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
That one is absolutely belted. And an automatic double as it hops the fence. As 2 runs score in the play.
You don't want to get greedy, but it's easy to imagine all 3 runners coming home to score with this type of contact. Yeah, the automatic double costs them a run, but they're still in a position to keep scoring.
Now it's Chase Peterson. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. And ball 1. Next offering is in for a strike. Battling here as he fouls it away. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Up and in. Yeah, that's ball 2. On the ground to third. Oh, the throw is over his head. And this ball's going to wind up out of play. So a big-time costly mistake there.
Oh, you hate to make mistakes with base runners, whether it's giving up a home run or making an error like that. And it's costly. 2 runs come around to score, and sometimes that defense can just tighten up a little bit, get too excited rather than just settling in and making the play.
Magruder at the plate and takes high there.
Counts 1-0.
1 out and a runner at second, and we're at the top of the 5th. Fastball for a strike. The Rockies have some action in the pen. Joe Random, the left-hander, up and throwing. Velasquez getting loose as well. Pickoff move to second. Peterson dives back in safely. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Coming home. He'll score. In there safely.
Comes through with the RBI. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Rockies bullpen.
Now pitching
Matt
for the Rockies.
Velasquez into the game.
I think it's got to be a little
12.
tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Digging in, Joe Brandon. Outside low, ball one. And there's a ball. One out and a runner at second. That one misses, and that's ball three. And there's the automatic.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
In for a strike. Now it's 3-2.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Random hauls it in for the out. And there are 2 outs. Oh, the throw is wild. So now the DH
Now
spot,
batting,
Joe
number
Brandon.
17.
And that one goes straight to the backstop. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Have to be really sure you can make it safely to third when you're in scoring position and 2 outs. Got to get that run across. Very important. Does a nice job of reading it. Gets to third base. Now just 90 feet away.
Magruder at third with 2 away. There's the strike.
Ball in.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free
Now
pass.
batting, number 16.
So they're at the corners now. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Joe Brandon. First
Ball
pitch
one.
doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
In the air, left field, down the line. And that will drop foul. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one kicks away from the catcher. Nothing happening on the bases, though. 2 outs. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. All in all, 10 come to the plate. They bat around at 5 score. Home half of the 5th coming up. Rob Whaley digging in for the Rockies. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a foul out of play.
Inside, ball 1.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so
Leading off
far.
for Philadelphia, center fielder, number 24.
Velasquez back to work. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. Stirring in the Colorado bullpen, Joe Brandon. The left-handed reliever appears to be getting loose. And it's fouled away. ground ball left side to first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Now back.
Well, an error
Number
like that,
21.
you look at the scoreboard and you kind of wonder if they are losing focus out there. And look, it can be tough to stay locked in when you're getting blown out. We've all been there. And I'm not saying that's definitely what happened on this play, but it's not a great look.
Number 21 now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there.
Nope. Outside.
Espinoza on at first, nobody out. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy two. There's one to first, double play. And it goes 1-6-3.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
2 outs, base is empty. And now for the Phillies, Jermaine Stokes. Fastball is outside. Stokes measures 6 feet even, just 19 years old. And he's a former Silver Slugger recipient in the National League. Swinging a foul straight back. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
1 ball.
A 1-2 count. All he's seen is fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
Next pitch is downstairs. To the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 1 error in the inning, but nothing more. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Phillies 7 and the Rockies nothing. And we're back. Now it's the second baseman, Reed Hoffman. And a first offering a fastball for a strike. Stirring in the Phillies bullpen, number 22 getting ready to go. Coleman also getting ready. Robert to right field, way back, gone. You want to talk about kicking off your major league career with a bang. His first big league hit leaves the yard. He'll remember this trip around the bases for the rest of his life. Wow.
He ought to. Usually guys are squeezing the bat so tight, trying to get that first hit out of the way. They can't get the ball out of the infield, Boog, but not him. Maybe a glimpse of what's to come from him in the next few years. Good job.
Just missed. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Ball, that's outside.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
The idea was right. Looking to locate that fastball up and in. He just missed his spot a little bit.
And they'll do it again.
Quite the matchup we're seeing here. 6 foul balls in this at bat alone. Really making him work out there.
And it remains 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. Puts the glove on him. One gone on the strikeout.
Now batting, third
Chase
baseman,
digs in on
Chase
that left
Peterson.
side. That one close, ruled a ball. And that is ball one. In the air to left, down the line. And that drops foul. 1 out, base is empty. That one outside. Ball 2. That one pushed foul, out of play, off to the left. On the ground, right side. And there are 2 outs. Now here is Bobby Magruder. He's already homered in this game. On the ground at first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Number 22. And this is the best way to make your major league debut. No one on base.
Yeah, you're on.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Rob Whaley. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. 2 outs, base is empty. Ground ball up the middle. Base hit. Rob Whaley with his first major league hit. And this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you worked to get here.
Reed Hoffman digging in for the Rockies. He's already homered here in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
Swing and a ground ball. Fires across the diamond. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. So
now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Rick Rockwell. New inning getting started. And here's the Phillies leadoff man, Roger Espinoza. Ball one, no strikes. Rockwell, just 21 years old. And he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Kansas. The 1-1 is fouled off. Here's a 1-2. Check swing, tried to hold up, now an appeal to first. No swing. Gary Simmons with the call. Next pitch, not close, up high. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch you.
Runner on at first with one gone. Jermaine Stokes now at the plate. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, and he's grounded out. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Espinoza over at first with 1 away. Late on that fastball.
It's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
That one missed. And a ball evens the count. Man at first, 1 away. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single. And to your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Hello from Petco Park in beautiful downtown San Diego. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates and the San Diego Padres. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. So the Pittsburgh Pirates find themselves as underdogs as the curtain rises on the season. Singy, what do you say in the clubhouse when a lot of folks are writing you off before the first pitch is even thrown?
You say forget all that, Boog. Block out the noise.
Coming up on the first pitch, starting on the mound in this one, Johnny Rojas. Chris, a sub-3 ERA for him a year ago.
Leading off the afternoon.
So digging in, Kevin Parra. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
First pitch changeup, he gets a called strike. You got to really know who that hitter is at the plate in order to throw that pitch again and again.
0-2.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Random. Down to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. On to the bottom of the first. No score. Back here in San Diego, our starting pitcher in this one, Jackie Eckert.
It's a tough veteran lineup on the other side, but I'm excited to see what this rookie can do in this one.
Bottom of the first, and stepping in, the rookie left fielder, Patrick Britton, trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. And the right-hander deals. On the ground. And foul ball. Next offering misses down and away. This to center field. Vasquez makes his way towards it. And there's one away. Let's take a look at the Padres lineup. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup is a bit unusual against a right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, Boog, certainly bucks the old conventional wisdom, and I'm not sure I see the vision from the manager on this one. You're not exactly putting your players in the best situation to succeed when you roll out a lineup like this. Maybe they've seen something on video that tells them there's a weakness to exploit. Perhaps that's it.
That misses. 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. One out, base is empty. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And that's the first strikeout of his major league career.
And it could be the first of many if he meets the goals he set for himself and the expectations others have for him. He doesn't want to just win games. He wants to dominate at this level.
Do you think young pitchers can sometimes get too caught up in trying to rack up Ks early in their career?
Boog, I think they can. It's kind of like a hitter that doesn't have power. The thrill is still hitting the ball over the
full extension, makes the catch.
One of the most fun and exciting things you can do as an outfielder, you lay out, you make a diving catch, and you end the inning. That gets the team fired up in the dugout.
Back here at Petco.
That's ball 4. 3. Ball 4. Take your base. Ball 4. Take your base. That's ball 4.
So they're all loaded up. Parra, the next to hit. 0 for 1 so far. And that one fouled off.
Hey, it's still early in this ball game, but, you know, this at-bat right here could be a big factor in the outcome. You think about it. There's a chance to really blow this thing open right here.
Late swing fouled off. Next offering is down low.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Hard hit, base hit. One run's in. The second run scores, and the lead is up to 5.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screw.
Sam Douglas taking over on the mound, on for his major league debut. So we'll see if he's ready for the big stage.
He just has to remember this is the same game that he's played all the way through the minor leagues to this point. The only difference, there are just more people in the stands and it's a bigger stadium, but the game itself is still the same. Look at the catcher, whatever fingers he puts down, that's what you throw, and just let him lead you in this one.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Two on, 2 outs. Tucker checks his swing, appeal to third, no swing. Eric Summersgill with the call. Curve in the dirt, kicks away. To second, pulls him off the bag.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
2 outs.
That's the ball. Count is full.
On the ground, right side, and that one handled. Fires over to first. And they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. All in all, 10 come to the plate. They bat around at 5 score. We go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Step for San Diego, Eric Bolek. Looking for his first big league hit right here. Inside, and that's ball 1.
1-0.
And another ball. Our plate umpire, Freddie Ferguson.
2-0.
There's a strike. Now 2-1. Singing, what kind of strike zone is most frustrating for hitters?
I'd say off the plate, away, and down. And why? Those are the toughest locations to hit the baseball.
To the right side, Vasquez. On to first. And quickly one away in the second. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Joe Random, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Line to left. Pulls it in for the out.
Batting 6, the designated hitter, Joe.
So here's the Padres DH, Joe Random.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
1-2.
That one 95 to finish him off. Padres down in order. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. Top half of the third inning. Down the third baseman, Isaiah Stockton. Stockton hitting 5th in today's lineup. He's one of very few players in Major League Baseball born in Maine.
You know, these Pirates showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. The numbers kind of speak for themselves with the 4 walks. They've done a great job of not trying to do too much and just staying disciplined.
Up next for the Pirates, Joe Brandom. In for a strike. It's 0-1.
Another thing I love is how they've allowed the game to come to them. They're not forcing the issue when they're on offense. And when you force and get anxious, it starts being a lot more likely that you'll let those pitchers off the hook.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's to third. Throws across the diamond, and that's an out.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
2 down, bases empty. And now Joe Brandom. Up and in, 1-0.
1-0.
And that one hit to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And 1-2-3 go the Pirates as they are unable to add to their 5-0 lead. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. So digging in now for San Diego, Joe Brandom. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Just
Ball,
missed.
that's high.
Next pitch is outside. Right through there for a strike.
Full count.
Hit in the air, center field. Baez drifts towards it, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 1 down. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Joe Brandom. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. Next offering is in for a strike. The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Vasquez pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. And now the right fielder, Joe Brandom.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle, hope he gets a mistake.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Nothing doing there for the Friars. It's 5-0. Start of the 4th, and now the first baseman, Joe Brandom. Douglas back to work. That's in there. Strike one.
You know, the
No
first
ball,
manager
one
to
strike.
ever win a game here at Petco Park was Tony Gwynn. Yes, Tony Gwynn. They had a college baseball tournament here in March 2004, and Tony managed
0-2.
San Diego State to a win.
That one's upstairs, ball one. A little bit high. Now 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
The next offering misses, and it's 3-2.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting. the
Joe
designated
Random
hitter.
will hit
Joe
next. The walk
Random.
and a run scored his first time. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
Out to short, Random. Zips it to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th. Gabriel
The batter,
Vasquez,
second
the next
baseman,
Pirate to hit.
Gabriel Vasquez.
That's too
No,
low,
that missed.
and that's ball one.
1-0.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Hits the top of the zone at 98 for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located.
2-2.
Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Lifted in the air down the left side, and it falls. And that keeps the inning going.
Up next for the Pirates, the center fielder.
Here's
Luis
Baez.
Baez.
He's 0 for 1. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. No throw.
0-1.
Safe at second.
Clearly not content with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead in today's game, and now they've got a good chance of adding on.
Back to the mound. Into the outfield. Base hit. Here's the throw to the plate. But it's offline. And it's now a 6-run
Now
lead.
Catcher Kevin Parra.
So 2 down. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Kevin Parra. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. One run across in the frame so far here on opening day. Foul ball. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Swing and a miss, and he got him. 3rd out. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We're midway in the 4th. It's the Pirates 6 and the Padres nothing. Bottom of the 4th, and the batter now, Patrick Britton.
The left fielder.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
Hit in the air out to center field. Baez coming on. And there's 1 down.
That's just a really nice catch on the
Now
run
batting,
right there.
the
He
third
saved
baseman,
extra bases
Drew
for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll
Irvin.
give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Here's the third baseman, Drew Irvin. His first at-bat was a strikeout. Right through there for a strike. Lifted in the air, right center field. It falls in, and that's a hit.
Now batting, second baseman.
Next for the Padres, Jason Gillis. Top of the zone for a called strike.
0-1.
Man at first, one away. Just missed.
Ball.
The 1-1 is fouled off. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Makes a nice running catch. And there's two down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to
Now
put it
batting,
into
the
his
center
highest
fielder,
gear
Eric
and go a long way to
Bullock.
track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
So man aboard, Eric Bullock. The next up for the Padres. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Irvin off of first with two away. It's in and out of his glove. But they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. Padres leave one. They still find themselves down 6-0. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have
Leading off
fared
for
so
Pittsburgh,
far.
The shortstop, Cole Tucker.
The shortstop takes the
that's a
ball.
ball.
You know, these Pirates really impressing me with
One
the
ball,
quality
no
of their
strike.
at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
High fly ball out to left field. Britton brings it in. And there's one away.
Now batting, the third baseman, Isaiah
Stockton. The next Pirate to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. And that one fouled off. The Pirates up big in this one, and we're at the top of the fifth. In the air to left center, Bullock sizes this one up, and there are two down. Two out, space is empty. Now the left
Up
fielder,
next for
Joe
Pittsburgh,
Brando.
The left fielder, Joe Random.
And first offering is fouled off.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
0-2.
And that one upstairs, 1-1.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Bucks go down quietly, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. Bottom of the inning.
Leading
And
up
here's the
for
first
the
baseman,
Padres,
Joe
the first
Brando.
baseman, Joe Random.
That one in there across the letters.
You know, these
0-1.
Padres being a little too patient at the plate in this game. Sometimes it's a good thing, but today they're
Nope,
continuing
ball.
to fall behind in the count, and that's adding a ton of pressure to their offense.
The 1-1 is fouled off. This one in the air. Brandon makes the catch, and there's one gone. Now the DH for the Padres, Joe Brandon, struck out looking in his first at bat. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. And there's two away.
That was just a great jump and route
Now
to the ball.
batting,
Well,
catcher,
it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring
Brandon.
in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Line drive, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits
Now
allowed
batting,
so far.
the
No
shortstop.
runs across
No.
either. And he's had an
Brandon.
answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Random in the box now. No balls and a strike.
0-1.
Check swing, called strike. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. One left for San Diego. Still up against a 6-0 deficit. Back here in San Diego. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now it's the right fielder, Joe Brandon. Swing and a miss, 98 on the gun.
Zero balls, 1 strike.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Number 36 getting loose out there. Sullivan warming up as well. Now this is in the air down the line. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. And that's a leadoff double.
Up next for the Pirates, the first baseman, Joe Brandon.
So a man aboard at the plate for Pittsburgh, Joe Brandon. He is struck out and he is walked. Puts a bunt down. Handles, throws to first. Now one gone in the top of the 6th.
Now batting, the designated
Joe
hitter,
Brandon,
Joe
the next Pirate to hit.
Brandon.
On the ground to the left.
Foul ball.
And that's just foul. And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated
0-2.
hitter. And that's
1 ball,
outside.
2 strikes.
Man at second. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. And a pop-up. Right side. Foul territory. And a foul ball. One out and a runner at second here on opening day. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. One and two here. And there's the ball.
2-2.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Got him. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself
The
after an
batter,
at bat
number
like
10,
that one.
second base.
So the lineup flips over. Gabriel Vasquez getting ready to hit. Foul ball there. Random at second with 2 down.
Ball.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Man on second, 2 down. That one the other way. Gillis gets it to first. That's the 3rd out. So a leadoff double, but they can't cash it in. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Pirates 6 and the Padres nothing. And we're back. Bottom of the 6th. And now the right fielder, Joe Random. Tries to check his swing, but he makes contact. Over to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Nice job of deception right there by the pitcher. Got the hitter out there a little bit. Couldn't check his swing and induces a nice little ground out.
And first offering is fouled off.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
I've gotten to call some incredible NLDS games here at Petco Park between the Padres and their fierce rivals, the LA Dodgers.
2-1.
NLDS game 4 here in 22. When the Padres knocked off L.A. and then game 4 in 2024 when the Dodgers started their comeback and eventual run to the World Series. One of the great fan environments in baseball.
Full count.
Stays alive. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Base hit. No throw, and he reaches safely. Patrick Britton with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone. Swings through that one.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
And that one wrapped foul. Gillis measures 6 feet 2 inches, just 21 years old, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. Next offering is in for a strike. Ground ball right side. Vasquez. They get the force. That is the inning. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never. Boo, growing up, who was your favorite big league mascot?
The Philly Fanatic. Still the best mascot.
Is there a reason?
Well, I love the Phillies, and I love Mike Schmidt. Michael Jack Schmidt, 548 home runs. He was my favorite.
Well, some people say you and the Philly Fanatic kind of have some things in common.
We have a similar body type. It's true. And down on strikes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Kevin Parra digs in now. First pitch misses. You also had the pleasure of going over and hitting and taking batting practice at a big leaguer's house. Who was that?
Yeah, Willie McGee, one of the greatest of all time, in my opinion. Not
he
in the
lived
Hall
in your
of...
neighborhood.
Yeah, his folks live right down the street from me, and that's where his batting cage was. I used to look out of my backyard down the hill and just dream of one day maybe being able to go over and hit with them, and that dream became a reality when I was drafted by the San Francisco Giants.
Here's a 1-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Now batting.
2 down, base is empty.
Cole
Next to bat
Tucker.
will be the Pittsburgh cleanup hitter, Cole Tucker. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Line drive, and this might be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. He got a pitch he could drive, but he didn't get too excited like a lot of guys do and pull off the baseball. Really good timing all the way through the swing, and the barrel was so on plane with the ball. Easy drive into the gap for that double.
Next offering misses, and now it's even 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Got him looking. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. So 1 left for Pittsburgh. They lead it. Back here at Petco Park. Here's the center fielder, Eric
for the
Bolek.
Padres, the center fielder, Eric
Eckert back to work. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
Timing issues can snowball quickly, and that's what we're witnessing here. This lineup's inability to lock onto the pitcher's delivery is causing a few awkward swings.
Baez turns to the right on the move. 1 up, 1 down. Joe Random, the next to hit. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Dives and he can't hang on. No throw, and he's out at first.
Up next for the Padres.
1 gone, runner at first.
The designated hitter,
Stepping in for San Diego, Joe Random. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Ball 1 there.
1 strike.
Random stands at first with 1 out. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
So impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out at a splitter.
Boog, if you can set up a good 2-strike splitter with the fastball on the previous pitch, it's going to be so tough to recognize and adjust your swing to get a piece of it. Clearly had him reaching for it right there.
Joe Random, the next up for the Padres. 1 for 2. And that is in for a strike. 0-1. And that is out of play. The Pirates up big in this one here, the bottom of the 7th. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Two outs. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Picks up strikeout number 7. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the eighth. Here's the left fielder, Joe Random.
Joe Random.
There's a strike. And misses inside. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and they don't get an out on the play. Man at first. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Joe Random, 1 for 3. Fly ball down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging. Joe Random will hit next. That's in there, and it's 0-1. Right through there for a strike. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Random stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Fouled off left side. Out there to center. Volek coming on. Nice grab on the run. And that is that. They get a leadoff single but leave him stranded. Last half of the 8th coming up.
Now pitching for
Back
Pittsburgh.
now, new pitcher on the mound as
Ball 4, take your base.
Now pitching for the Padres, number 36, Will Yonder. Moreno.
back. One down. Kevin Parra getting ready to hit. Out to short. Boots it.
No, he's in there.
Well, an error like that, you...
So digging in now for San Diego, Jason Gillis. And that's a little bit high. Ball 1. Random, a 6'2 righty. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. Base is empty, 1 away here in the last half of inning number 9. Liner, and this could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. Throw is high and over his head. No advance, though. Ball didn't get too far away.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Yeah. The batter now as he swings and misses for strike one.
One strike.
And a foul ball.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of changeups. Probably won't see another one here.
Man at second. Just misses with that one.
Just not taking the bait right there, but a good pitch with 2 strikes.
And that one is inside. Next pitch just misses, and it's 3-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Padres with only 1 out remaining. Joe Randall. Ecker with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case, as he should. A start he won't ever forget.
This one ends.
you